want to just, are you recording now? Oh, okay. All right, well, we're back to playing with the Mark II. So clearly since the last video you guys saw, it's completely torn apart. Some of the stuff that I've been working on off camera, which I probably should have filmed, but I didn't, is we start with the intercooler. So new intercooler using a Vibrant core for this one. Built some end tanks here because I wanted to go with more of the old intercooler just had flat end tanks, which I thought looked kind of goofy. So I wanted to add some dimension to it to make it look a little bit better. So those are just tacked up right now because I still need to add the inlet and the outlet on the end tanks. And you can see the mounts over here, which, so these plates right here that I built that everything is attached to is, the reason I did this is we can take the 4 bolts out here and then everything can come off together. Versus typically on a Mark II, if you were to pull these plates out, the front cross member would fall and the motor would drop. So I designed it so that way it doesn't do that and you can actually pull everything apart. You can see this is going to be the new, I wouldn't call it a crash bar because it's not going to really protect anything, but it's going to be more of like a bumper mount. So I'll have some brackets off here that will hold the bumper. So that's what I've been working on so far. Also down here, anyone that knows these motors knows that the alternator does not normally live here. And if you sneak in here, if you can see it, there's, I modified the existing bracket to drop the alternator down. And the reason for that was a couple things. It opens up this window here for a boost tube to come through. And it also, because I do have plans on building an intake manifold, and it allows it to, I can actually get a better designed plenum because I don't have the alternator right here, which is obviously what this cutout is for originally. So it just gives us like a lot more room, and it works. I mean, everything seems to fit really well. So that is, that's kind of where we're at right now with that stuff. And then also, if you come over here, you can see this is the new radiator that I bought. It's just a kind of a cheap eBay rabbit radiator that I flipped upside down. And I built this fan shroud here, which is just kind of a simple shroud. I mean, you can see right here all the rivets that I did. And that was because the metal brake that we have won't bend this thicker material, definitely not this width. So I built like these little 90-degree thin aluminum that I riveted to it to kind of block the airflow off from the sides. I've obviously yet to cut the holes in there, so don't mind that. And then I'm running a 10-inch fan and an 8-inch fan from Mishimoto, which actually fit really nice for not measuring and completely guessing on the size. So that's where we're at right now with that. And this is the reason for going with the aluminum radiator is because everything's gonna get converted to AN hose and fittings for the cooling system. So
where's those fancy fittings at?
I don't have any of those fittings yet.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. Oh, I also modified the front bumper too, which is still kind of rough, but the slots that were coming down, I cut those out, which I'll still clean that up, and that's to, well, mostly because the original cut that I did on the bumper was terrible because I was a kid when I did it, and it was really bad. So I cleaned that up, and then it also obviously is gonna allow more flow for the intercooler, and also with the intercooler, it's tilted slightly forward to allow for clearance, and that's what, when I did that, I had to do a little bit of trimming. So I'll raise the car up, and then I can show like some of the other brackets for the intercooler. Okay. Right there, Nick. Ew. That's disgusting. Okay.
It's thirsty.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Just kidding. Here's some of the here's the lower brackets that me and Nick actually built today, which are, I think they're pretty sick. So obviously it's gonna get welded here, and I'll pull this off real quick so you guys can see. Be a little judgy if you want. I don't care.
I mean, they're perfect.
They are perfect. I'm also really sensitive, so I only say nice things. Here they are. I know you thought these were cut out on a plasma table, but believe it or not, Nick actually did that, so he's pretty talented. But anyway, yeah, you're good because we obviously cut up the beginning
Okay,
stuff.
go. I was thinking this would be just some stuff.
Yep.
And then that part just.
Yep, let's give that a slight little bend. And perfect. And that is the lower intercooler mount.
Nice.
Ship it. So here's these, which will make it, I made these little bungs here on the lathe in case you're interested and you think that's cool, because I thought it was cool.
Bung hole, threaded.
Yep, so there's that. We'll weld that probably a little later today. It's on that list because I want to finalize all this stuff. But that's just to kind of give it some lower support. I mean, honestly, these alone are supporting it pretty dang well, but that'll just give it the extra support. Also, I wanted to support it off the core itself instead of everything being off the end tank, because then it's relying on my welds, and that's just a recipe for disaster. So that is that right now. And then
So yeah, we're gonna weld those suckers on and then maybe get some radiator placement.
yeah, then we'll start figuring out brackets for that. Here, I should lower it back down and show one more thing. Up and down, up and down.
Figure's easier if we both talk. So like all this pitching when I feel it's necessary.
Okay. Are you filming?
Yeah, I've just been recording this whole
Got
time.
you?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think maybe you want to turn the camera around for just a second so the world can see that you finally got a freaking haircut?
Oh yeah, look at this. Is it on me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's good looking.
Turn it back around here.
Wait, is this a better angle?
Yeah, turn it back around. You're gonna upset people. So also, if y'all come over here, you can see the clearance back here for the end tank is really tight. And coming up with a solution to get a boost tube in here was gonna be really difficult because I kind of maybe built myself into a little bit of a corner, making this such an extreme angle. But that's when we come over to this, which is just kind of a rough idea. I'm gonna play with this a little bit more. But I did this angle cut here, and the reason for that is because when this chills over here, it'll be something similar. Kind of.
Trying to get it on there.
Yeah, so you can see it's kind of up there, and you can see how this exits here. And then this isn't the right clamp, this is a 3-inch clamp. Clearly we're gonna do 2.5, but you can kind of get the gist. It's gonna, the clamp will chill about right there, which should work. Which should work fine. Plenty of clearance, the motor can move and rock, and the alternator is not gonna touch the boost tube.
And then it's gonna go somewhere over there to the turbo.
Yep. So yeah, that's where we're at so far. Making some progress, making things happen. What else? Oh, well, you come over, moonwalking?
I'm moonwalking backwards.
Oh, okay. Also, thanks to my homie Chase,
Oh yeah.
Kirkland, we got the turbo. So this is the turbo that I'm going to be using, which is the GTX 3071. And then the only thing I need to do is the exhaust housing. This is a T3 housing, and I'm going to go to the T4, and then going to do the divided housing with the 106 AR. So got this. Once I get the new housing, then I can put it on the car and then start modifying the outlet here for the Vibrant HD clamps, and then start working on the boost tubes for that side. So making some progress there, doing some stuff and things, and yeah. So we're gonna get back to work now, so we can start welding those lower brackets on and get the intercooler more or less officially mounted. So let's do it. Perfect. Where is the fire extinguisher out of it, just in case? Right here? That's fine with this. Got that. What are the fires?
Yep. Watch your. Oh. Damn. Oh, yeah, you gotta tuck those bad boys in.
Dude, you always have to be safe. Could you imagine if I got wrapped up in that? I'd die instantly.
David, what are you doing? I do want to tune him up, I think.
All right, so we just welded these bungs on right here, and what we're gonna do is kind of like the concept here. We're just gonna take some stainless rod and come off this corner and come up to an attachment point here, which we'll have similar to these little guys right here, to kind of keep it all sandwiched together. And then later we'll have a lower radiator mount, but for now that'll be what's up, what is gonna support it. So cool. It's just that one tack. We can kind of twist it and move it, unless everything looks good.
Twist it, bop it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks good actually.
It's a little twisted.
Oh, not recording anything.
Like that. Can I get your opinion?
Looks good. You need to get a new camera, man. I'm not doing very good. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so we got the upper radiator mounts all done. Nick bent this shit up and I got it all welded. So like I said, this is just the upper support and it's rock solid and that's not going anywhere. So yeah, pretty simple. Wanted to follow the theme with the stainless rod like I did, so I think that turned out pretty awesome. Plenty of room for the headlights and the core support. Everything fits like it should. And yeah, I'm stoked with it.
Focus. Yep.
Are you still recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Well, cool. We're gonna call it a day. I think we made some good progress. Got to order some more materials for the lower radiator mount, and then yeah, I ordered the HD clamps that I need for the intercooler. But I'd say for now we're pretty much wrapped up. I think we made some good progress today.
I've been zooming in and out too much.
Did you?
Yeah, it's fine now, I think. All right, that's it. Later.